There were 13 kickoffs in the Super Bowl, and all 13 of them were touchbacks. So dynamic kickoff or not, there were no kickoffs to be had. I think you got to move these kickers back, whether it's going to be a dynamic kickoff or not. The NFL, they're saying all the things that they're going to say. They're saying that kickoff returns were up 57% over 2023. Concussions were down 43%. Okay, but Ron, I did a little bit of research this morning. There were 1.7 kickoff returns per team per game this year. So that means there were like 3.4 kickoff returns in an average NFL game.
Okay.
1.7 per team.
Sure.
I went back, I looked at 1984, I looked at 1994, I looked at 2004, and I assume 2014 was probably the same. All three of those years were right at about 4 per team. So the football that you and I grew up on throughout our life, there were about 8 kickoff returns attempted per game for a team. We're less than half of that now. Even with the dynamic kickoff, there were only 1.1 per team in 2023. Okay, so kickoffs, there were 2 kickoff returns a game. They moved that up. They almost doubled it in 2024. So the dynamic kickoff did have some effect, but we're just not seeing action on that play. 13 touchbacks, whether you keep the dynamic kickoff, because I can't see them going back. I'd like for them to go back, but I can't see them going back. But one thing that they can do is move these incredible kickers that we have in today's NFL, move those guys back 5 yards, or maybe move those guys back 10 yards so that we at least see some kickoff returns.
Don't we need to do a little deep dive into injuries too and say, okay, so in the past 5 years before this new dynamic kickoff, how many, and I'm not talking about ankle sprains or anything like that, but how many, let's just call them devastating injuries, whether it be somebody goes into concussion protocol or somebody's knee gets blown out, something like that. How many of those injuries happened on average per game in the last 5 years? And then we need to see, did it go down this year?